Also have 41 on today's schedule too.
Yes.
I don't know which order she's going to bring them in. Obviously, the 166 will go straight through. What they're going to put 41 and 143 at the beginning. I don't know. You might as well sit down too, because I think she was still going to meet him by the elevators. Take a few minutes.
Okay. Maybe we'll close it. Maybe much better. Started off good. Yeah, I did. Sometimes, you know, those stress levels.
All set.
All right.
And I briefly described for you the case. At that time, I told you that this is a case against the defendant, Anthony Sowell, where the state of Ohio has charged him in the indictment with 11 counts of aggravated murder with felony murder specifications, which allege that he committed the crime of aggravated murder while either committing, attempting to commit, or fleeing immediately after committing the felony offense of kidnapping. And also included with each aggravated murder charge are course of conduct specifications, which allege that aggravated murder and the felony murder and course of conduct specifications outweigh beyond a reasonable doubt the mitigating factors introduced by the defendant. Examples of aggravating circumstances in this case that would warrant consideration of the death penalty are, at that point, with respect to your involvement. But we're assuming for purposes of this session here today that the jury has found the defendant guilty of aggravated murder and guilty of the specification. One is with parole possibility after 30 years and one's with parole possibility after 25 years. And again, that's a possibility. That's not a guarantee of parole. But in any event, in the second phase, you have to weigh the aggravating circumstance, which comes from the specifications that you already found the defendant guilty of, assuming this example that I'm giving you. You would weigh those aggravating circumstances against the mitigating factors, which I indicated would, but please keep in mind that whether or not you have a preconceived idea of how the death penalty should operate in your mind, the question in this case is whether you can set aside any preconceived notions that you have and follow my instructions of law on this subject. So the jury will now retire to the jury room, and we'll call you out individually to question you on these topics. Thank you. I'll rise to the jury. You can just go right back out.